All right, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about tuning the guitar by ear. Um, it's basically by reference, right? So as long as we have the top string somewhat close to what we want, it doesn't have to be exactly E because we don't have a tuner. Just let's say we don't have a tuner. But I'm going to tune it to E so we can be standard. Or you know what? No, I'm just going to tune it down. Okay, so here, let's just do this. There we go. Okay, so I have my reference point, which is everything's gonna be basically revolving around this top string, and you tune everything in reference. So this is a little lower, so it's not E, but we're gonna tune the guitar to itself. So once it's tuned, at least you could play guitar and the chords will sound good. Okay, so you got your top string in. You're gonna place your finger on the 5th fret of the top string, and you're going to try and match that sound. See, so when you match it, it will be in unison, meaning the same note. So right now, I hear 2 notes. So let's really listen to the first one. So that one is a little lower. Here, let's turn this off. I don't need that. So. And then as you get closer, you really listen into the exact. And if you play them together, it should sound like the same note. Once you have that, we go to the next string. We're going to place your finger on the 5th fret. Same thing, we hear 2 notes. So this one's a little lower, we got to bring it up. Sounds pretty good to me. Something like that. Okay, same thing. We're going to move down. 5th string. Try and match the next one. So that one was high, so I'm bringing the sound down now. That sounds like the same note. Okay, the one that changes is when you put your finger on the G string, 3rd one from the bottom. You're going to go on the 4th fret. Sounds like it. And then for the last 2, you're on the 5th fret again. So lower it. There, I think I got it pretty close. And what you'll do after this is you're gonna maybe play a chord, couple chords, and listen to the ringing of the chords. If there's anything that sounds a little bit off, you kind of go through it one at a time and really listen and fine tuning now. I'd say for by ear, this is pretty close, right? Now, what happens when you're using this method, I'm just going to untune a little bit. When you're using this method, if you are slightly off, so let's just say I put this one slightly off. Okay, so I'm not quite in tune there. Now, if I continue from here on, and even if you get everything right from then on, you had the one string that was wrong in reference. So now the guitar sounds a little bit out. So you got to find out where you went wrong. There, I went wrong right there. And then retune. There we go. All right, so that's one method in reference to starting with one string that's in tune or somewhat in tune. Okay, so let's start this over again. Now this time here, I'm going to show you a way that I like tuning. So when I don't have a tuner kicking around, or if I'm checking a guitar out at a thrift shop or something, I don't have a tuner, so I'll do this. This is the method I would do, or the one that we just went through. Okay, so here's E. Okay, let's just get this all. Okay, so this one here is going to be tuning in fourths. So it's really an interval in music. Do, re, mi, fa. So 4 notes apart, basically, right? So once you have your top one, again, in reference to what you think is E, I do this in just open strings. So I'm listening to 2 notes that are going to sound good together. So that, to me, does not create any good sound or harmony. So I'm... And what I usually do is I'll go, let's say, we wish you, we wish, or here comes the bride, we wish, something like that. And then you could double check with this, we wish, and then next one's, now this one's going to be in third. It's a little bit different. But you could still hear 2 notes that sound good together in harmony. And the last one. There, we have a guitar. It's in tune. I could go through it and double check again. So once again, reference point. Let's just say you have this and you're just like da 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 da. All right. So these little things, as you get used to it, I would just suggest you even just untune a guitar and try it. You can't go wrong with it. You'll get better. You'll develop your ear, and you can always double check with a tuner. So, what other way can we do that? Like you could do this with power chords too. So in fifths. So here we go again. Let's do this. So what do you got? You got top string, and then you got your first finger on the 2nd fret of the next string. And you're just trying to make it sound. See, like, listen for waves and listening for waves. See, that sounds odd, a little bit off. Trying to match the sounds. Same thing, move down. See, now I gotta go back to the other method. But I can double check with that one or double check with this one. It all depends on your preference on how you want to tune your guitar. So this one would be like almost a D chord type thing. little bit out, but I would go and double check again. One last method, which I don't really use nearly as much, is listening to harmonics, which is, here, let's just slightly detune stuff. Okay, so you'd be hovering over the 5th fret, and you're just over the fret wire, and you make a harmonic. You're actually just touching the string to make the sound, and then on the 7th fret, so you hit both of them. Now you can really listen to the waves, and you're trying to make that wave sound like one. And move on. So there, right there, you hear that wave. Sound wave, you're trying to make them match. The only one that's the really difficult one is going to be frets 4 and 5 when you get down to the G string and the B string. It's really hard to get that one on the 4th fret. So you could actually just do an open and a harmonic. Or try and get good at and the last one. Again, I don't like this method nearly as much. Not bad. All right, so here, now I'm going to tune up the guitar. Not bad. There, I was off on that one, so the rest of the guitar would be out of tune. All right, so the same will go for if you're going to drop D. So drop D means you're going to tune, the whole guitar is tuned standard, except for this top string. So this top string, you want to drop it to D. To do this without a tuner, you're really listening into that sound wave, right? So as you get closer, that sound wave will get slower and slower, and once you have the D matching the D string, you should be in tune. So it's more of a listening thing right here. So I'm going to hit the E string and the D string together, and I'm going to lower it. See, now that doesn't quite sound good. You're listening, the wave's getting slower, and the wave disappears, and we check that on a tuner, and well, I went a little bit too far, but generally pretty close. Same thing if you want to tune it back up. So you can either use like the high E, or put your finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and from there hit both, and you're still listening to some waves. Here, I'll put it slightly out. There, you can hear there's a wave, sound wave going like this. So I want to make that disappear by matching the other note. And when you do that, you're in tune. Hope you like that. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.